Well, look what just came in. If you know me, if you're close, you know exactly what this is, but if you don't, you probably know from the video title. I bought an East Coast supercharging kit. It just came in today, so let's get it open. So I placed this order about a month ago, maybe 5 weeks, and it just came in. Everyone said it takes a while because they custom machine a lot of the parts. Let's see. All right. It's like an extra layer of packaging here. This looks like it's for the shroud where the intake and radiator is going to sit. So it forces air through the radiator, help with some cooling. It's got some foam on here. Yeah, one side will be for, I guess, off of the blower. Other side is going to be going to the intake. So let me set this aside. I went with the all black kit. Boy. Looks like some intake piping. More intake piping. Let me see. Yep. All black. This is aluminum. This one's plastic, so I'll have to figure out where that goes. More piping. Got a nice little folder here. Oh, look at that. That's going on the keys for sure. So yeah, you can see all the parts it comes with. This is the Novi 1500 head unit. And then it's got some fuel system stuff in here as well. Let me set that aside. It's a big rubber tube. So let's this looks like I don't even know what this looks like. East Coast Supercharging Max Flow Fuel Pump Booster. So I think it uses the stock fuel pump, but it adds in a booster pump in line. Fuel injector connection. Says they're 60-pound injectors. Let's see. So if I go to methanol in the future, I will need larger injectors, but I'm just sticking to pump gas for right now. This feels like Christmas morning with all these boxes. This looks like the bracket for the blower. Again, all machined, painted black. You see the hardware, pulley. There's some other small pieces in here, but nothing crazy. Let's see this one. So this is a box full of belts, intake, filter, more hoses, and just a smaller package stuff. Probably that fuel pump booster, maybe different fittings. Nothing too exciting. I'm hoping this is probably the blower right here. Kind of what I'm looking forward to seeing. This looks like maybe blow-off valve? Yeah. That looks like a all black blow-off valve. We got belt tensioner, tons of clamps, some couplers, more brackets, some extra aluminum. I think that's like a radiator lowering kit. This might be like a fuel filter or something. So maybe the blower's coming in a different kit. It did say that there was 2 separate kits arriving, but I only received one today. The other one will be coming tomorrow. So I may have to finish that video then. Oh, look at this. Here is the intercooler. Let's see if I can get this off. So it is pretty thick, rather heavy. Yeah, seems like the blower will be coming tomorrow, so the next clip will be tomorrow. Next day, as you can tell, another package showed up. Let's see it. There she is. She's huge. Oh yeah. Let's get her open. Oh yeah. I'm excited. This thing is pretty heavy. I think it says it weighs 18 pounds. Gotta love it. Oh yeah. Very nice. Put that back on. So let's see this side. This side's got the ECS East Coast Supercharging tag, Paxton Superchargers. This is the 1500 SL. Awesome, all black. Can't wait. So I'm going to be showing how to install this stuff step by step. So if you're in the market for an East Coast Supercharging kit and you don't know how to install it, I guess you can watch this series. But yeah, give me a like, subscribe, comment. Follow along. Alright, so I got everything laid out in front of the car. Let's go through and see what you get. So starting over here, looks like we got some relocation brackets or support mount brackets for something. A bunch of couplers. That's going to be your fuel pump booster. So instead of replacing the fuel pump, I think you're putting this in. That looks like some sort of breather, maybe for like a catch can, little wiring kit. This is a thermostat, just some small hose clamps. We have our intercooler, as you saw earlier. I think these are radiator relocation brackets, although I'm getting the CSF low radiator, so I don't think I'll need those. This looks like an inline fuel filter or something, not exactly sure. A belt tensioner, some intercooler piping, new spark plugs. I think this is the restrictor plate for the Supercharger, so it's going to make it more torquey at low RPMs. We got the fuel injectors, intake filter, looks like some radiator hoses, new serpentine belt. This is the crank pinning kit. In addition to the kit, we got a new GM crank bolt, little jet tag, bunch of couplers, obviously the Supercharger, tile blow-off valve. I don't know the size of this. The coupler. This is another kind of like a relocation kit. Comes with another drill bit in there. This is the Supercharger mounting bracket. I think this is the radiator shroud, and then we have some intake piping here, and then this very large rubber hose. So that's everything I've seen in here. I'm gonna go through this later and check off everything one by one. But yeah, that is everything you're getting with the ECS kit. You can use your stock radiator. However, I'm in Phoenix and it's hot out here all the time. So people recommended going with a bigger radiator. So I went with the CSF. They make specifically a shorter radiator. I think it's like 2 rows shorter, so that the larger piping can get over the radiator without touching the hood. In addition to that, the crank pulley is okay on this car. There's no wobble. That's a big issue on these. But just for peace of mind, and because I'm here and I'm taking everything apart, I'm going to do a Summit Racing crank pulley. I'm not going with no super damper or anything else, those other high-end aftermarket ones. I'm just going with a basic new Summit Racing one. Just feel like keeping it simple and trying to save some money wherever possible. The stock one's been fine on here, but you never know. But let me pop the hood and see where all this is going to fit. Okay, so the hood's open. So when I go to work on this, I think I'm going to get the hood off just so I have way more room. But most of everything is going to be going on up here. So you can see there's a lot of like radiator shrouds, the big intake. A lot of this is going to all be coming off. Probably a lot of this radiator piping, and you can see the radiator down there. Might be too bright. So that'll be coming out. I'll probably just take the whole front bumper off, hood off, leave the headlights. But as far as I know, the Supercharger is going to sit about here, where this, intake canister baffle looking thing is going to sit. Keeping the AC, obviously, it's Arizona, and injectors. The fuel pump, I don't even know to begin where that booster pump goes, but I think 90% of it's going to be going up here with the intercooler and everything. But I'll get to work on this as soon as I get this going. This has some other issues that I'll talk about in another video, but yeah, I'm excited. So there were some guys that made a video installing one of these kits, but it wasn't a great step-by-step. So I'm going to try to make something that's a little more in-depth, show you how to install this on a C6, specifically a Grand Sport if you have it. Arguably the best C6 if you ask me, but yeah, follow along. It's going to be a long process, probably with a lot of parts, a lot of videos, a lot of short clips. Keep me in the loop. It's going to be a big project.